You suck at pickleball. And before you click away, hear me out. Because the reason you suck probably isn't your forehand. It's not your dink. It's not your footwork or your grip or your paddle. Those things matter, but they're not why you're losing rallies, getting outplayed by people who are technically worse athletes than you and feeling stuck at the same level every time you step on the court. The reason is simpler than all of that. There are 5 structural mistakes that most recreational players make. Not occasionally, not on bad days, but on every single point of every single game. And the brutal part is that most players don't even know they're doing it. They think they're playing pickleball. They're not. They're playing a version of pickleball that's designed to lose. By the end of this video, you're going to see exactly what that version looks like and exactly how to get out of it. Let's go. 1. You're playing no man's land and don't know it. There is a spot on the pickleball court that will destroy your game faster than any bad shot ever could. It's not the kitchen. It's not the baseline. It's the space in between. That dead zone roughly in the middle of the court, a few feet behind the kitchen line, a few feet in front of the baseline. And if you're like most recreational players, you live there. You park yourself there at the start of the rally and stay there for the entire point without ever realizing that the court itself is working against you. Here's why no man's land is so punishing. When you're back at the baseline, you at least have time. The ball has to travel far enough that you can read it, set your feet, and respond. When you're up at the kitchen line, you have angles, control, and the ability to put balls where you choose. But when you're stuck in the middle, you have none of those things. You're too close to react to anything fast. You're too far back to control anything soft. Every ball that comes at you is either right at your feet, impossible to handle, or bouncing at an awkward height where you can't do anything with it except push it back and hope. You're not playing a shot. You're just surviving. And here's what makes it worse. While you're stuck in no man's land surviving, the other team is at the kitchen line controlling everything. They're dropping the ball short. They're angling it wide. They're putting it exactly where they want it because they've earned the position to do that. And you're scrambling to keep up from the worst possible spot on the court. The fix sounds obvious once you hear it. Don't stay there. After the return of serve, your job is to move forward and get to the kitchen line. Not stroll. Move. Every step you take toward the net is a step out of no man's land and a step toward a position where you can actually play. If a ball keeps you back, that's fine. Reset it, then move forward again. The kitchen line is the goal on every single point. No man's land is just the territory you have to get through to reach it. Stop camping there. 2. You're serving just to start the point. This one is quiet. It doesn't feel like a mistake when you're doing it. You walk up to the baseline, bounce the ball, and serve it in. It goes in. The rally starts. Seems fine, but what you just gave away, without even noticing, is the first advantage of the entire point. Most players treat the serve like a formality, like a coin flip, like something you just have to get through before the real game starts. And because of that, serves land short. They bounce up in a comfortable zone, they give the returner all the time in the world to set their feet, make a quality return, and walk forward to the kitchen. The serving team, meanwhile, is stuck back, and now both teams are racing for the net, and the returners got there first, all because the serve didn't push anyone back. A deep serve changes everything. When the ball lands near the baseline and bounces up high, the returner has a problem. They're pushed back. They can't lean into their return. They're either going to hit it short, which gives you an easy third shot, or they're going to stay back after the return instead of advancing to the kitchen. Either way, you've earned something from ball 1. You've made the point harder for them before it even really starts. You don't need a trick serve. You don't need spin or speed. You need depth. A serve that consistently lands in the back third of the court is one of the highest percentage advantages in recreational pickleball, treat. And almost nobody uses it intentionally. Pick a target on the court, the backhand corner. Make that your serve every single time. Hit it there until it's automatic, and watch how much easier the third shot becomes when you're not starting from behind. And if you want to take your pickleball to the next level, check out the Pickleball Master Pack, a pack that includes the Elite Player Guide, a guide with technical and tactical tips, exclusive routines, and much more. The Become a PPA Tour Player Guide, where you'll learn how to become a pro pickleball player, a full 7 days fitness routine to take your fitness to the next level, and a prevention routine to prevent injuries and enhance recovery. This pack already helped hundreds of pickleball players. Get yours clicking the link in the description. Let's continue with the video. 3. You're reacting instead of anticipating. Here's something that confuses a lot of players. They watch someone who's really good at pickleball, someone who gets to every ball, who's always in the right spot, who never seems rushed, and they assume that person is just faster. Better reflexes, more athletic, and sometimes that's true, but usually it's not. Usually that person is just earlier. They're not reacting to where the ball went. They're already moving to where the ball is going. And there's a big difference between those two things. The way you build anticipation in pickleball is by watching your opponent's paddle, not the ball. The ball tells you what already happened. The paddle tells you what's about to happen. When you see a paddle face opening up, the ball is going up. When you see a compact, low swing, the ball is staying low. When a player is reaching wide, their cross-court options disappear. When they're in a balanced, centered position, anything is possible, and you'd better stay centered too. None of this is complicated, but it requires your eyes to be in the right place, and you're on the paddle and the body, not on the ball after it's been hit. The mental shift is this: stop waiting to see where it goes. Start trying to figure out where it's going before it gets there. You will be wrong sometimes. That's fine. When you're wrong, you adjust. But the players who always feel one step behind aren't slow. They're just watching the wrong thing at the wrong moment. Start watching earlier. The information is all there. You just have to look at it in time. 4. You're trying to win with shots instead of position. This is the one that changes everything once it actually clicks, and it's the one that's hardest to accept because it requires you to let go of something that feels completely logical. The logic goes like this: if I hit better shots, I'll win more points. If I hit it harder, it's harder to return. If I hit it to a corner, they can't get there. The shot wins the point. That's the whole game, right? Wrong. The shot reveals the position, it doesn't replace it. Here's what that means. When you're in a good position, balanced at the kitchen, feet set, plenty of time, any shot you hit is going to be dangerous. Your dink is controlled, your speed up has real pace, your angle actually has an angle. But when you're out of position, you're scrambling, reaching, off balance, late, none of that is available to you. You're just hitting the ball back. And hitting the ball back from the wrong spot doesn't matter how hard you swing. It's still a weak shot that your opponent can do whatever they want with. Pickleball is not won by the person who hits the best shot. It's won by the person who consistently puts themselves in a position where good shots are available and forces their opponents into positions where good shots aren't. Every time you think about hitting a great shot from a bad position, you're getting the game backwards. The position is the strategy. The shot is just what happens when the strategy's working. Play for position first. Every reset, every dink, every third shot drop, the point of those shots is not the shot itself. It's what the shot gets you. If it gets you to the kitchen, it worked. If it didn't, it failed, regardless of whether it went in. 5. You're playing individuals instead of playing as a team. Doubles pickleball is not two singles players sharing a court. It's one unit of two players that moves together, covers together, and thinks together. And the moment that breaks down, the moment one player goes left without the other, or one player charges the net while the other stays back, the team stops existing. And you're just two individuals making it easy for the other side to find the gaps. Think about it from your opponent's perspective. When you and your partner are both at the kitchen line, standing side by side, moving together, what are they looking at? A wall. Every angle they try has someone there. Every ball down the middle has someone there. There's nowhere to put it that doesn't have a paddle waiting. Now imagine one of you is at the kitchen and the other is stuck mid-court. What are your opponents looking at now? A gap. A big, obvious gap right in the middle of your side of the court. And any player who's been playing for more than a few months knows exactly what to do with that gap. They put the ball there every time. Moving as a unit isn't complicated, it just has to be intentional. When your partner moves left, you move left. When they move back, you move back. When they go to the kitchen, you go to the kitchen. You are attached by an invisible rope that keeps you at the same depth and same lateral position throughout the point. When that rope is taut, you're a team. When it goes slack, you're two people who happen to be wearing the same color. Talk to your partner. Decide before the point who covers the middle on a given ball. Call out when you're moving. Say, "I got it," or "yours." Communication isn't a nice-to-have in doubles. It's how you function as one unit instead of two confused individuals. The teams that talk are almost always the teams that win. So there it is. Get out of no man's land and get to the kitchen. Serve with intention and use it to push your opponent back from ball one. Watch the paddle, not the ball, and get there before the ball does. Play for position and let the shots come from that. And move as a team, one unit, one rope, covering the whole court together. None of this requires more talent. None of it requires a better paddle or a new grip or a training montage. It requires understanding what the game is actually asking you to do and then doing it consistently. That's pickleball. That's all it's ever been. If one of these hit you, drop it in the comments. I want to know which one. And if you want to keep seeing the game broken down the way it actually works, subscribe to the Pickleball Dude. See you in the next one.